So AnyBody's one of those collections that we really enjoy having on the air with us because it's very affordable, it's very stylish, and most of all because we get to work with Amel. Come on down, my friend. How are you?
Oh, great. You look adorable.
Yes, likewise.
I have to say.
Likewise,
Hello.
likewise. Set of two. That's the striped t-shirt.
Yeah.
And then those are the twill pants that are coming up.
They're my favorite twill pant we do.
I see why. They look great on you.
Thank you.
How about if we start with a clearance price and a dress? This has been the year of dresses, hasn't it?
I agree. I love a good dress because I don't wear a lot of shorts.
Yeah.
So if I'm not in my joggers, I'm in a dress.
Good point. Yeah. And they're one and done.
Yes.
So you're good to go on this. This color is called geranium. We'll come back and we'll talk about that style because this style you'll see in a lot of very dresses for a wedding, you know, when you look that up on the internet or something like that when you're shopping somewhere, that's a really very flattering style. Yeah. So you'll like that. This is geranium. Here is medium indigo. Here is going to be your coconut shell. Look how pretty that color is, that coconut shell. And then last but not least, here is the black, and that will be sort of a black and very light khaki
cream. Yes.
Candy cream. Yeah. So it's not, what we're trying to tell you is it's not black and stark white.
Correct.
Okay. All right. We'll go back to the geranium. This one, regular and petite on this. 3 easy pays, $11.66, and there'll be no reorder, unfortunately, on this. So keep that in mind.
Yeah. And this was actually a little backstory for you. This was actually based off of a dress we did last year, very similar with the striping. It was a yarn dye, and I think it flew out after one presentation. It was so popular. I posted a picture of myself on my social and got so many compliments because the way that we did the striping on this, like Pat said, extremely flattering because you can see it's going in one direction on the upper half and then a slight diagonal down below. So once you choose how you want to tie it, you don't have to make it super tight. You can keep it kind of loose if you want, but the illusion that it gives you, it is very, very slimming. In fact, my husband was taking some photos of me in it and he goes, I don't know if it's the dress or you, but you look really tiny in this. And I thought, well, that's the best thing to hear, right?
Now,
so
you know
it's a good dress. It's so good. And I have to say, it's pretty gutsy and substantial.
Yes.
Sometimes when you find t-shirt dresses that are cotton rich, they're so flimsy you need shapewear. I can honestly tell you this is beefy enough without being hot where you don't see any lumps and bumps through it. It's a great dress. It's a great dress every day with a sandal or a sneaker or dressed up with a pump.
Now, you have worked with our team now for years and follow her on social media because she does beautiful posts and shares her family and everything.
Thank you.
But, you know, for a lot of us, for $34.99, this is what you'd be getting.
Yes.
My point is you'd be getting a t-shirt. There's nothing wrong with that.
Right.
But you're getting a whole entire dress. How does the tie on this work?
Super easy. Now it is attached, so you don't, sometimes with this style, I know you worry about it unraveling and then you're exposing too much. No, this is attached, so it's really just there kind of for decoration. I mean, you can, again, tie it loose or not, but it's just kind of there to give you that something extra, but if it comes undone, nothing unravels. It's stitched down.
Nothing falls, so you don't have to worry about that.
And it's a good length. I know, doesn't she look so
Sorry,
good?
I looked over and saw Rebecca. Oh my gosh.
Do you see what I mean with the striping?
Wow.
It's very, very flattering. It covers the knees, it covers the thighs. So ladies, if you don't like a maxi because you feel like you're tripping over it and you don't want something above the knee, this is like the perfect, it hits at the sweet spot of the leg. There's a little bit of a slit on the side, so easy to move around in. But I'm telling you, you are going to love this fabric and love this silhouette.
Rebecca is beautiful in anything she puts on. I will say that. But gosh, that looks so good on. Rebecca is 5'8". She wears a 1X for us so that you know. And you can see it's not clinging. It defines her beautiful waist there. It's not pulling across her bust line. It's not sleeveless. What I was just going through, dumping out, like I know you're not supposed to do this first thing in the morning, but I go through my social media first thing in the morning before I go get out of bed. And I saw it was like summer dresses. So I was like, hey, you know what, I got a second. Let me look at summer dresses. And they were all so naked up here.
Yes.
And that's fine if you're young. You know, if you're young, you do it. But I should not be wearing that. I need to wear a regular bra with something.
Yes.
That's what this is.
It is. It gives you, it has a sleeve, to Pat's point. So many dresses have a thin spaghetti strap, and then you feel like, oh, I need to layer. And if it's 90 degrees outside, you don't want to feel like you have to layer. So this gives you the upper arm coverage. I just think it's a great go-to for every day because there's no hardware. So it's comfortable. You throw it over your head, and you get so much credit when you wear a dress, a fashion credit, and yet it could not be easier because I'm not standing there in my closet wondering what goes with my bottom, what goes with my top. It's one and done.
Yep. One and done. All right, medium indigo is very, very popular. And speaking of layering, you know, you go into, you know, maybe night when it's cooler, or we work our way into fall because, you know, I'm all about the multi-season dressing because I don't like to change my closets.
I don't either. It's too much work.
It's too much work for me too. So you could throw your denim jacket on with this. You could throw on a navy cardigan that you may have with it. I'm wild about all these colors. That geranium is a pretty pop if you like color. The denim has been very, very popular. Your medium indigo, I should call it correctly. Coconut shell. Kind of like with all of the neutrals and the focus on that.
This has been a big color for us this season. It's really pretty.
And I hope Rebecca gets this because she convinced me. That color looks dynamite on her. That's black. 30% off, no reorder though, so when it's gone, it's gone. All right. Thank you. All right. So the IT list around here on QVC is fun because that's sort of our way of picking out the important things to add to your wardrobe. So we spend our money wisely because, you know, although we'd like